It's a 2001 4.0 engine, the straight six. Oh, my gauges quit working one day. All of them. They just quit. But the car was still running. And then I was trying to find that problem, which I thought something happened. I was working on the windows again. Oh, it was the other side windows, I think. I'm not sure. But when all of a sudden the gauges would come and go, sometimes they'd just shut off while I was driving and they'd come back on. But the car was still starting and running as normal.
Right.
It was just the gauges weren't working. Once in a while they would. Then all of a sudden I put it in the driveway, came out next morning, and it acted just like I was using the wrong key. Starts up and it shuts off after 3 or 5 seconds, whatever. So I don't know what to do next.
Have you checked for diagnostic trouble codes?
Oh, yeah. I've got it's made by Foxwell. It's an MT, maybe 3000, or that won't connect to the computer. It's just,
So you got a no communication problem. That's all you had to say. I got you. Now I understand what's going on. So your PCM isn't communicating. I assume all the fuses are good. Is that correct?
What's that?
I assume all the fuses are good. You went through all those, correct? Have you replaced anything for this problem so far?
No.
And so your question to me is, what could be causing this? Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly.
So the most likely scenario is a faulty PCM.
Well, I was getting there, but I didn't want to replace it yet. So I talked to somebody who knew what they were talking about.
Right.
Let's go back to the fuses for 1 second. I looked at them all because I can see them. I didn't really check them with a meter, but everyone that I could tell by the videos I watched, I checked out. This has, next to the battery, the fuse box is right there, at least the one outside. Is there any particular ones I should check?
You're going to have to check all of them.
Well, I've had this problem, actually I should have told you this too, about a month ago. And then I was just messing with some wires and it started working again. So I thought whatever I did, I must have fixed it. And one day it just stopped. Now I can't get it going. So.
Right, I got you.
So you want me to check all the fuses?
Yeah, if the fuses check out good, somebody will need to check the powers and the grounds going into the PCM with the key turned on. So you would basically do that by back probing the PCM connector and then making sure that the powers and the grounds are good.
Check some of the grounds. They were right to the chassis. They all looked pretty good to me. And I checked them with my meter, made sure there was power on them, or power on the whole. So it seems like there is. I don't know about the signals going in. I watched a couple of videos and it showed everything, but I don't have, the only thing I've got diagnostic-wise meters is the one I told you about. So I can check all the fuses. That's not a problem. There's a fuse box inside too, isn't it?
There is. There's going to be one under the hood and one inside the vehicle.
I know. I didn't check those. I checked the ones out here. So you want me to do that and give you a call back?
Yeah, you can do that. And just check all the fuses, check all the powers and the grounds going into the PCM, and then replace it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Which plug is it on the PCM? I would check that.
Connector 1.
Is it the one closest to the motor?
It's going to be, connector 1 is...
I think that's what I saw on a video, but I don't know.
The 32-way connector. I thought it was a black connector. Let's take a look here.
Oh, they're black. All three of them are black.
And when you unplug it and look on the inside, do you see a different color? I think that's how they identify them.
Well, I don't think I unplugged any of them yet.
Right. Let's take a look here. Hang on. It's a black one. So there's black, white, and gray.
Oh, is it just 3 pins?
No.
Or is it, this thing's got multiple pins on it, from what I could see. It's pretty big.
That's what I meant by saying 32-way, which means it's 32 connector.
Oh.
Yep, 32 pins. Yep. So if you unplug the connector and look on the inside, one's going to have a black, I think, like a connector. One's going to have a white connector. One's going to have a gray connector. So you want to focus on the...
Does it say what pins they go to? Because I know how to read the pins on these things.
So... again, the powers and grounds are going to be on the black connector, and it's pin 2 and 22.
That's easy to remember. All right, well, let me check that first. Now, if that's there, you got any else I should do? I'll check the fuses and...
We're going to make sure that the crankshaft position sensor and camshaft position sensor aren't shorting out the 5-volt reference. And if all that checks out good, I would go ahead and replace it. Hang on, time out. You asked me a question, and then you keep interrupting me. Hang on, stop, listen.
I am. Go ahead.
Ask me, is there anything else you should check? Here's the answer. You need to make sure that the camshaft position sensor and the crankshaft position sensor aren't shorting out the 5-volt reference coming from the computer. So this is with the key turned to the on or the run position. So if you turn the key on, you can check this at the cam sensor, the crank sensor, or the map sensor. All you have to do is unplug the connector, and then you're going to go to each, you measure voltage on the wires going to these sensors. If there's no reference voltage with the key turned on, and the powers and the grounds are good, the fuses are good, I would unplug the cam sensor and the crank sensor connectors going to each sensor, and then you turn the key off to reset the computer, turn it back on, and then remeasure voltage to see if you now have 5 volts. Because if you do, all of a sudden, if this 5 volt reference comes back, then one of these sensors is shorting out the 5 volt reference, which is pulling this computer down, making it look like the computer's bad, but the computer's not bad. So if the computer still is not capable of sending out 5 volts, key on, engine off, and the powers and the grounds are good, then we have a bad PCM. All right, now it's your turn to talk. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to tell you, which sensor is it? The one's a real pain in the butt to get to. It's because I had to go through the firewall to get to, basically. Or is that the cranker? I replaced one of them.
Hang on, you did it again. You asked a question and then you didn't let me answer.
Yeah, I was telling you what I did. That's why I wanted to know.
Hang on, but you asked a question and then you told me what you did. So to answer your question, the crankshaft position sensor is located lower on the engine, down on the bottom, because the crankshaft is lower on the engine. So my guess, to answer your question, if I understand your question correctly, it's probably the crankshaft position sensor that's harder to get to. That would be the answer to your question.
And that's probably what it was.
Yeah.
In fact, now that you mentioned it, that's what it was. I remember the name of it now. All right, well, I'll check all that stuff before I call you back.
That sounds good. Any other questions while we're on the phone, my friend?
I don't think so. I can't think of them right now. I just wanted to try to get this thing to keep running.
Gotcha. Now, the PCM is very common to go bad, causing a no communication issue. So I suspect you're probably going to find that the cam and crank sensors are good, fuses are good, and the powers and the grounds going into the PCM are good. And it's probably going to be a bad PCM. But to thoroughly check it, I would go through the steps that we talked about.
I will, and I'll call you back.
You got it.
Sounds good to me.
All right, my friend, good luck, and let me know.
How do I back? Oh, I got your number now, I guess.
This number doesn't take incoming calls.
So how to get a hold of you?
You're going to reply back to me in the chat.
I'll do that.
All right?
Sure. All right. Well, thank you very much.
All right. You bet. You're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
You bet.